Hey guys, welcome back to another deck profile. So this is Gem Knight FTK. I did a test hand video of it a little bit ago. I think it's about a month ago. I was meant to do a profile for it, but I completely forgot. So before we get into this, I'd like to ask you guys to like and subscribe. It gives me more motivation to make these sort of videos. So let's just get into the profile. This deck is extremely consistent for what it is as an FTK. So the main card is 3-block dragon. So this guy searches all your pieces from your deck and also summons itself out for free, basically. And it's not once per turn to summon either, so it just keeps on coming back. And worst case scenario, if you don't have FTK, if you summon this and you got other Gem Knights on the field, this protects all your rocks by card effects, so they have to attack them to destroy them. And most of the Gem Knights are pretty big, so it's a pretty annoying to get rid of them if you do mess up your FTK or you don't have enough resources. Then the next best card in the deck, 3 Rescue Rabbit. Summons 2 vanillas from deck, which, like Vladis said, if you get lucky with Adamantia guy, if you hit Crystal Rose, it's full FTK, just 1 card, which is really strong. So this version is not going to have Adultimate, excuse me, the new rock archetype in. So this is going to be just pure Gem Knight FTK from previous formats, before Secret Slayers. So 3 Tourmaline and 3 Lapis as your vanillas. They work decently. I like the fusion you make of Tourmaline instead of Aqua, because I like the versatility to pop in a card instead of bouncing a monster. And then Lapis you need for your FTK. One of the only cards in this deck doesn't come shiny, which really annoys me. Then we got 3 Obsidian and 3 Lapis for Gem Knight effect monsters. So what this does is when it gets sent to graveyard by a card effect, you add a normal monster from grave back to hand. And when this gets sent from hand to grave, it adds 1 back. It summons 1 back, my apologies. So this is just whenever it gets sent from hand to grave, so it can be for costs, like off Twin Twisters or Nightmares. Like this has to be off of effect. And both these do not have a once per turn clause on them, so you'll be abusing so much in this deck, just to recur your resources so much. Then we've got the search targets off a block dragon. We've got an armadillo and 2 rows. I've seen people play 3 rows, and I've seen people play 2 armadillo. I like the more minimalistic approach to this, because they are good cards, I just don't want to see them in my opening hand all the time. When you add the new rock archetype into this deck, you would play 3 rows because it makes Rabbit a 1 card FTK. So that's really nice. This guy sends a Gem Knight from deck to grave to copy its name, and that triggers your Lazuli to then add back a normal monster. And you can banish a fusion to summon this out from your grave, so you use it twice, sometimes 3 times if you get really lucky. I mean, Armadillo, it's a Stratos for the Gem Knights. So when it's normal summon, just normal summon, search a Gem Knight monster. And then just an extra monster, we've got Gigalosaurus. Sometimes you're 1 card short of making you Curious to have a full FTK, so it's just there as an extra body to go into Curious. And into the spells, we got 3 Gem Knight Fusion. This is Polymerization on crack, as many people have said. It's a Polymerization plus a Phoenix Blade, which isn't once per turn in any way, shape or form. So you fuse them with it, and then you banish a Gem Knight from your graveyard to add it back from grave to hand. So it's recyclable so easily, which is really strong in this deck, which means that we can FTK because of it. We play 3 Unspectral Die. Control normal monsters, summon a normal monster from your deck, which you got 6 decent targets in this deck to then just push on an FTK. Then we've got 5 cards to deal with hand traps. So 3 Cold Bite and 2 Drag Down. I was playing 3 Drag Down, but I've seen that hand traps are being less and less common, especially at things like Nibiru. I feel that's been dropping off a tiny bit because everyone can out it, so there's no point playing it. You will still come across it, so depending on what sort of tournament you're going into, you might want to bump this up to 3. It's up to you. I like the 3 and 2 ratio. Then we've got 2 token generators, so we've got a 1-time pass code and a Hornet Jones. So these are here to go into a Link Spider to then summon a Gem Knight from hand, a normal one. And then you can go and normal summon another Earth, and then you should have full FTK from there. They're just there to make a Link Spider. And then we've got 5 power 1-off spells. So we've got Monster Reborn, Foolish Burial, Reasoning, Card Destruction, and Midbreaker Field. This, sometimes you don't have FTK, and you open this, you have FTK. This gives you access to your Block Dragon, or if you need but one more Earth, you can send Lazuli to add back a normal. You can send, if you need to, a Crystal Rose to then trigger it to then summon it out. It is very versatile in this deck, and it's just a solid card. Reasoning, there's multiple things with different levels in this deck, and you don't mind milling a Block Dragon because you can't summon it off of this. And if you're doing this blind, it's nice because they either call 2 or 4. If they call 4, it's pretty sad if they do hit a Rescue Rabbit or something, or another level 4. But if they miss, in this deck it's really strong because it gives you that extra body, which can just let you FTK. Card Destruction. So you do this in hands where you just don't have FTK or you die to one hand trap. So you do this, hope to draw into like a Cool Bite or a Drag Down. And you can also trigger off all your Obsidian and your Lazuli effects if you want to. And it also means you have more Earths in your hand and your grave in total. So it just helps you keep your dead hands alive, basically. The Midbreaker Field, it just outs hand traps. So it outs Ogre, Railer, Imperm, and the destruction of Gamma. So you still get negated by Gamma, but it means that your body stays alive. So it's really useful in that situation. So the only things you can really die to are Ash and Nibiru, which you have Drag Downs and Cool Bites for that. So that's 40 card main deck. Then into the extra deck we play 7 fusions. So we got Master Diamond, my namesake. This guy's busted. Banish a Gem Knight from your graveyard to copy its effect. Yeah, not hard once per turn, and it gets really big when you do go second because it gains 100 for each Gem Knight in your grave. So if you've got 5 or 6, this guy comes on that 3/5, and if you've got Block Dragon out, you can't be sure of battle, or you can't be sure of card effects. So it's really strong going first or going second. Then we play 2 Lady Lapis Lazuli. So this is your win condition. This does the burn damage in the deck. It does 500 for each special summon monster on the field. And it says on the field, not on your field. So if you do go second, you burn a lot more of this, which means it's a lot easier just to kill your opponent. Even if you can't burn him to death, you can trigger this twice by using Lapis and then copying it with Master Diamond. And then you can just attack for the last amount, which is really strong when you do go second. Then the fusion you summon off of Tourmaline is a Prismora. This card says you pitch a Gem Knight card to then pop a card on the field, I believe. And 1 face-up card on the field. So he's there to out floodgates like Anti-Spell and Imperial Order, because you can summon this off a Quartz. Then you can just pitch a Obsidian, pop a Order, then summon out another guy and just kill them from there. Then you got Seraphonite, extra normal summon, and in this deck you make it the hard way by fusing a Gem Knight and a Light from your hand or field, which is stupid. No Brilliant Fusion, sadly, but never summoned it with it anyway. Then we've got a Zarconia, one of the best guys in the deck. You used to summon it a lot off of Brilliant Fusion because you would send a Block Dragon and a Gem Knight, which then meant that your whole combo goes off from there. I like him because he's very generic in this deck. It's a Gem Knight and a Rock type monster, so you can just fuse off for free, basically, with most things in your deck. And the last fusion is a Lady Master Diamond. A Lady Brilliant Diamond, I mean. So what she does is she tags out a Gem Knight from your field to a Gem Knight in the extra deck. So it allows you just to tag out a normal monster into a Master Diamond, which means that you don't have to waste so much resources to fuse it. And then you shuffle it back and you summon it properly next time. So it just allows the FTK to go off a lot more. Then we still play 2 Quartz. So Quartz is stupid, one of the best cards from Link Vrains Pack 1. I still believe that this card is better than Needle Fiber. I'm sure you do believe that. And shout outs to Distant Coder for signing this one. I need Vladis to sign this one for me. So what this does is, on summon it searches for a Gem Knight card, and then once per turn you can pay 1,000 to fusion summon by shuffling them from the grave or banish pile into the deck. So it just gives you, it recycles all your resources, and it just gives you so many pluses because you summon out Lady and then she brings out Master Diamond to let you on the combo, which is stupid. Then we got Link ones, we've got Link Spider and Secure Gardener. So you go with Secure Gardener because sometimes you need one extra Earth, so you link off a normal monster into Link Spider, then you link Spider off into Gardener. So then your Link Spider is extra Earth, and you can also set it up where you summon your Gardener, you summon your Unicorn here to give your Unicorn a draw, which is nice sometimes, and sometimes you need that to FTK because you might not have that one or more card. Then we've got a Proxy Dragon. You can play Lander, you can play Lanphalinkus. It's just personal preference, but I like the arrows of this just more. And yeah, not much else to say of it. You summon it to then link, to fusion off into a Seraph Knight. That's all. Then Link Freeze, we've got a Curious and a Unicorn. So both of these are used in the combo quite vigorously. This you need to shuffle back your Master Diamond to do the full combo, and then this, in most situations you make it to send a Block Dragon or to send a Gem Knight Fusion, whatever one you need. So this is a key part of the combo, and like in the combo video I showed you, if you summon this and you go that route of a combo, you can just out Nibiru very easily. And if you do get Nibiru'd, Curious triggers, and you also get a light token, which then you can just fuse that off into Seraph Knight, and then just continue to combo from there. So that's nice. And the last card is Appaloosa. It's there just to stop Nibiru, and worst case scenario, if you don't have FTK turn 1, you set this up, you do like 4-5k burn damage, and then you have like a Block Dragon on the field, so you have recursion play for next turn. Like I said, I'm not doing side decks with this, with these profiles recently, because there's no events to play. So let me know what you guys think of the video, and let me know what you want to see next. I've got a few more decks in mind to profile, but give me some recommendations, and I can see what I can do. Alright, see you guys next time.